Oh, but on that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody getting rich for no reason now. You know, so we gotta start thinking why we think the way we think before we start thinking for animals and stuff like that. Because last time I thought and I checked, I don't think a lion wanted to be in a cage at the zoo. Last time I checked, I don't think no monkey want to be swinging around on no plastic tree. You know what I'm saying? So we're in the mall when they want to get paid to bring the force to you. You know what I'm saying? Force on ice and shit on Disney Studios. Oh, you don't bring the zoo on ice. Oh, you don't put the ice case on tigers and shit. Y'all got no goddamn sense. But yeah, that's what you gotta understand consciousness is. This is what you think. So we know where everybody conscious at. Replace it with thinking. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what pocket they in. Don't let nobody get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Hold the little piggy by his toe till the little wolf come around and blow down the goddamn haystack because it wasn't built on no proper substantiated grounding and esoteric house lands. You know what I'm saying? Real people get retarded and stuff. You can see where they coming from. Their whole conscious level. It's just the way they think. So you got people right now, right? You got people in the CIA. They might flood people's chats, right? But here's the thing. They somewhere trying to study consciousness. No, consciousness is the way you think. Y'all think retarded. Good to go. We ain't got to think about it no further. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it no further. You ain't got to go. You ain't got to decipher it. You ain't got to figure out where it came from. It came from another degenerate ass human who thought a certain way. They just created a whole circumstance around it where they thought it made sense. The end. You know what I'm saying? They go any further than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start thinking people need straight jackets. Mental health issues is still deriving. And we ain't got no, like, sufficient psychology. Not the psychology people learn, and then they like, oh, I learned something, and go in the world and be the most degenerates. Think about the highest crimes we ever seen in life. Some person fresh out the college or the military. Fresh out the college or the military. It never failed. It never failed. Almost said never failed. Real shit. These cats, these try so hard to try to build their personality. They ain't got no charismatic gifts. So anything that they don't got, here they go get ready to judge other people about something that they have learned in the world that they ain't even got no business being on this land for real. So it'd be foreigners and stuff like that. It's always a foreigner idea about something that they lack. There's a small dick energy somewhere. So their whole challenge in life is seeing something wrong with other people to figure out what's right with them. Then figure out what's right with them is if they got successful in the European world with money God. That's pretty much it. These guys be the most damaged people in life. People that nobody want to be around. No women actually want to be around. It got to be a job involved. You got to be giving some money. You can't just be no goddamn, no crusty goddamn left ankle cap ass homie cheese and stuff like that. And that's the vibe you in. And you think people actually want to be around you and you ain't got no money. That's impossible. Your mother don't even love you. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Your auntie, nothing. So you ain't got no prestige about yourself. These be the type of jobs you get. You like to be in other people's face. Like, you ain't got no prestige about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no sophistication. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You ain't got no qualities about yourself. So it ain't nothing you like about yourself or nothing. Like, you just like this damage. You want to self-project damageness everywhere else. Like, and then you got people creating robots and AI to do it too and stuff like that. It'd be damaged people behind these days. The most damaged people in the world. And these be the people online trying to be psychologists. So anytime y'all get online and hear somebody trying to be a retarded psychologist, right? They ain't got nothing else to compete with but me, and they gonna just sound retarded. They ain't got no life and they just sound stupid, and they ain't psychologists. This is fake, old world stuff. Get out of here. Go sit down somewhere. You know you're not liked. That you need to go discover why you're not liked. And all of that. You need to go discover why you ain't liked. Why people don't like you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, well, I'm not like, I'm gonna make everybody, I got access to this thing because my whole life was so weak. I spent more time, man, trying to make other people don't like themselves. So I'm gonna self-project. Well, we got this online thing. We're gonna make people think that people don't like them. And he's just doing it to everybody. Just looking at y'all like y'all weird. Y'all still like retarded. Y'all ain't got no hope. You going to hell. But look, check this out. Like I said, consciousness. Consciousness is another way to think. This is another word for thinking. So don't let nobody get you lost in the sauce and stuff like that. Start talking about it. It don't need to be deciphered. It don't need to be studied. That some pilgrims made that up. That's something that needs to be in some computer lab or something like that. Man, the furthest you're gonna go is be testing rats and gotta lie about it when you testing humans. That's it. It really go no further than that. Just a bunch of Mr. Burns looking people though. It ain't really got nothing to do with nothing. It's a made up. It's made up. There's some stuff you ain't gonna never discover. You ain't gonna never find and stuff. It's like trying to weigh wind. If you know thoughts is more part of that pocket. Why don't tie? Why if you read the Bible, why don't you just tie it to the mustard seed? Then something you can't see. If you into reality, why don't you just tie it more to the pocket of wind and just say it's more or less dense? Yet you still can experience it. So the way you feel it is in a different sense. It's impactful in a different sense. You got another layer. Wind, you got another layer. Water, you got another layer. Physical flesh, you got. That's it. And you're only making conveniences around your eat, fucking, and sleeping. Your ability to think, have emotional wellness, and be able to be motivated and build those neurons up that's your actual DNA you building up. When you lack motivation, you start lacking testosterone and estrogen buildings and all kind of stuff. When you lack emotional stability, you start building nerve-wrecking blood. That's you're gonna start lacking some type of essential mineral. And if you lack thinking, then that builds like false stress and things of that nature. Then your body have goddamn cortisol effects. Like it's that simple. That ain't. Why is y'all calling stuff like that consciousness? Like it's very simple. You can practice it right now. You don't need no $1,000,000 of our motherfucking tax dollars. Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? Unless you get ready to create some convenience around it. And the moment it's not a convenience, it's an inconvenience. So we can see who even creating diseases around eat, fucking, and sleeping. If somebody got a fuck problem, but they in position of power, they gonna create fuck problems for everybody else. So it's gonna be STDs that they just create and it spread it out through them, because they get spread it through the birth control. So females be the first ones who have it. It'd be like a lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? You get that lucky lottery ticket if you got on birth control. You get that lucky pill. You're gonna start spreading that shit. If somebody emotionally fucked up, they're gonna start fucking with the food if they're in position of power. If somebody mentally fucked up and can't sleep right, they're gonna make sure can't nobody else sleep right. There is no other starting point. So if you see that action in any capacity, I don't even care if it's in your family, friend, or so. Like y'all be getting lost in weird rabbit holes for no reason. We need different psychology to know who need to be in straitjackets before they even get a job. You know what I'm saying? Then these be the same people judging other people who's better than them, and they don't be nothing but haters. And then they got to come up with some type of fake ass weird concept of why they haters and make it seem like they ain't haters. So then they ain't bringing Jehovah and all this stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing but you got a money god. You ain't got no actual life. And if I was around you, I would persuade all your family to like me. And your family wouldn't even like you if I came around you and your family. You know, they wouldn't even like you like that. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like stuff like that is what matters in real life. Not with somebody on a PhD or they whatever badge or whatever they connected to or whatever and start talking stupid. Nobody care about that. Y'all just be lost. So ain't nobody about to have me sit here and over exaggerate me thinking. I know how to think. That's it. Now, do you know how to think? You show me you don't know how to think. The moment y'all start making up words like conscious and start making it sound like it ain't what you actually doing to describe it, thinking. Like, what the hell are you doing? So your individual consciousness sounds stupid. I want to hear somebody else talk about consciousness and they ain't got to say consciousness. My mind is better than anybody who's invested in up under that cloth of consciousness because we're already thinking. So do you have something better to think about, or you about to sit there and think about thinking all day? That's what people who sit there and study consciousness is somebody who sit there and study thinking, but they thinking to think to do it. You can't. It's like it's counterpartmental. It's like a reverse retardation that people don't understand. It's already organ implosion. How's you overanalyzing what you just did? If we already built the treehouse, we in it. We ain't about to think about the treehouse no more unless we will make another one.